Hey everybody, and welcome back to my lifestyle. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to be doing my breastfeeding tip video. I've had a lot of requests for this and I have a special guest. Tristan will be joining me today because I had him down in his bouncer and he was just over it. So I figured it was appropriate to have him in the video because we are talking about breastfeeding, which is something that he and I both had to learn how to do together. So I'm just going to jump straight into my tips. If you guys have any requests along the lines of breastfeeding or about motherhood or things like that, feel free to leave them down below. I'm definitely taking note of all of them. And yeah, so here we go. So my first major tip to give to you guys is to ignore the naysayers and get a support system around you that are going to be supportive while you're breastfeeding. I know that I was debating very heavily on whether or not I wanted to breastfeed when I was pregnant, and I made the ultimate decision that I wanted to breastfeed because I had done my research. I had figured out that that is what I wanted to do, and I definitely made it known to my entire family and my close circle of friends that I would be breastfeeding, and everybody was completely supportive. And also, as part of your support system, make sure that you have a very supportive OB and a very supportive pediatrician because that helps immensely. I will not tell you like how many times I felt like I wanted to give up, and the support and the encouragement from my son's pediatrician really helped to keep me on track. Also, my OB was very careful with the medications that they gave me after my cesarean because she did know that I was very I was really wanting to breastfeed, so she was very careful not to give me diuretics to take home because I was very swollen. She told me, I don't want to compromise your milk. And so it's very great to have a support system around. My mom is very supportive. My mother-in-law is all for it. So it's very nice to get compliments when you're breastfeeding on the hard work that you're doing, because it is a very hard job and it's very hard work to breastfeed, and it can be very tough, especially in the first 6 weeks. So it's very easy to give up. But when you have that support system behind you, giving you tips, helping you out, and encouraging you, that's really what kept me going. And so we're going on 4 months exclusively breastfeeding. He hasn't had any formula yet. So not saying that formula is bad, but this is just the choice that we've decided to make for our family, and I'm really proud of the work that I've done so far. So speaking of the first 6 weeks, I definitely recommend sticking it out the first 6 weeks. If you have it in mind to breastfeed and you are very dedicated to breastfeeding, the first 6 weeks are going to be pretty tough because your nipples are going to be getting used to having a little mouth on them. It's getting used to being tugged at, constantly being wet with saliva, and a lot of that can dry out your nipples and cause pain and can cause cracking. Not only that, but your body has to adjust to making milk and exerting that energy. So you can get very tired very frequently, and you're also sleep deprived. So it's very easy to say, you know what, just stick a bottle in his or her mouth because I'm like so done. I just want to go to sleep. I want help at night. But if you stick through those 6 weeks, I promise you that at the end it's going to be so worth it, and it's going to be so much easier. Now my baby just pretty much helps himself in his sleep. He's like, give me some booby, and yeah, so that's how it really worked out for me. And I've heard that from a lot of breastfeeding mothers that are friends of mine. They've told me that the first 5 or 6 weeks was the toughest for them, and after you get over that hump, it's like pretty easy. So definitely recommend sticking it out, and then if you're still not feeling it after the 6 weeks, then it's up to you. Make your own decision. So one of the biggest tips I can give you guys that are newly breastfeeding mothers is that your nipples do get sore, like I mentioned, and like I said, they're not used to being like tugged at and like wet with saliva all the time, like day in and day out. And you know, it's like every 2 hours that happens. So like I said, they do get very dry. There is the lanolin cream, which is really great to put on between feeds, but even better is to use your own breast milk. Our breast milk is amazing. It has live antibodies in it that help boost the baby's immune system. So if you just get a little bit of your own milk and dab it on your nipples and let it air dry on there, and then put lanolin cream, definitely it's going to help speed up the process. It helped me a ton. I would literally be super chapped, and if I would do that and not even put lanolin cream and just leave it, within 4 hours it was already peeling and there was soft skin like already being revealed. So it definitely worked for me. I know it's got a ton of healing properties for other things, so I definitely recommend putting it on if you're getting chapped or sore or cracked or anything like that, and then topping it with the lanolin cream. So like I mentioned, I did a ton of research to decide whether or not I wanted to breastfeed, and I definitely recommend, if you want to breastfeed, to do your research and watch a lot of videos. There are a ton of educational videos here on YouTube, including like this one like I'm making. It's just kind of a one-on-one thing where I'm giving you personal advice. So I watched a lot of people's videos like that as well, and I found them really helpful, which is why I decided to make my own. And also I did watch educational ones, and I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. I had to practice latching with my baby a ton. We had a very hard time getting him to stay put, and there was one night where I just could not get him to latch. My husband was already at work again, and I had my C-section, and I was just so tired, and I just wanted him to eat so bad. And I literally had him screaming in my ear. I got on YouTube and I typed in how to latch a baby during breastfeeding, and this woman came up, and I wish I could remember the channel, but I was so tired, and she had a home video, literally like her husband was recording, and she showed how to latch the baby, how she did it. And I literally just did exactly what she did, and he latched right on, and I've never had a problem ever since. So if all else fails, definitely look up educational videos if you're having problems latching your baby. Do your research on things to eat, and if you guys want me to make a video on different things that'll boost your milk supply, let me know. I'd love to do that as well. And yeah, so I highly recommend research. Speaking of getting a good latch, definitely get your lactation consultant to come into the room when you're at the hospital. I had them coming in every single feed because I wanted to make sure to get it right before I left, and obviously I still had a little bit of issues, but definitely have people help you that are certified to help you out. Now, I had somebody that was a little bit rude during my hospital stay, and if that happens, don't get discouraged. Just ask for somebody else and just keep on trucking along. Another tip that I want to give breastfeeding moms is to get a good pump, whether it's a manual pump or an electric pump. I have a double electric pump, which really has saved me so much. It helps to boost your milk supply when you pump. Also, it's really great to make a freezer stash for date nights and emergencies. So that's another tip of mine, is to definitely create a freezer stash, even if it's only enough for like 8 to 10 bottles. That's still going to help you have a little date night out. That's going to help you get away to the store by yourself. It's also going to help you if you have an emergency and you have to be away for the baby for a couple of hours. Definitely create a freezer stash and get a good pump. Now, when it comes time to breastfeed, definitely create a few comfy spots in your home to breastfeed at. I have an area in one of our living rooms that I love to breastfeed at because I have different throw pillows I use as support. And then I also like to breastfeed in our bedroom on the bed because I have my nursing pillow. I have a special body pillow that I used to put behind me. So, and I have TVs in those areas because you definitely want to have some entertainment, especially at the beginning. The baby can eat for like up to an hour, and it does get a little bit boring because it's every 2 hours. So make sure you have your cell phone, make sure you have a tablet, whatever it is, a TV that you can watch, and definitely make it a very comfortable area. Bring a drink with you because you will get thirsty, and just make it very comfortable and relaxing for yourself and for the baby, and you're definitely going to have a much better experience than if you didn't do that. So one of the things that I struggled with about breastfeeding was the fact that I was going to be using my breasts, obviously, and I'm a very modest person. I am not one to just like flash everybody my boob, and more power to the moms that breastfeed without being covered up. I mean, you all are awesome, but I am just so modest when it comes to that. So I have an idea for you guys that I wanted to share as far as a cover up, because I know a lot of people spend their money on expensive cover-ups and things of that nature, and I had a company contact me about scarves, and I wasn't sure if I was willing to review a scarf because I don't really wear scarves, but I want to show you guys something that I was really excited when I thought about it. I could use a scarf as a cover-up. So let me put my baby down and I'm going to show you guys what I do. So the company Mooncats contacted me, and I took a look at their page, and they have really beautiful soft scarves, and I chose this one, which is an infinity scarf. And definitely during this time of year, you can wear this around your neck. Hold on, baby, I'll be right with you. So you can wear this as a little scarf, you know, just around your neck and out and about, especially if it's really cold. But then this will double as a cover. So you can take this off and you can use this as a cover like this. As you can see, this is very wide. And let me grab my baby. I'll show you guys. I just don't want to trick him into thinking he's eating. But as you can see, if I do this, he'll be completely covered. Like, his head is covered. And what I like about this, he's kind of upset right now. What I like about this is that this one is super soft, so it's not going to irritate him. It has holes in it, so it's like kind of a knit material, so it's breathable for him to kind of be underneath, and it allows a lot of light through. And I know a lot of babies don't like to be covered, but my baby really doesn't mind. I've had to do it like at my mom's house and different places like that, or here at my home when I have friends visiting, and it really made the experience a lot more comfortable. I didn't have to excuse myself to go to another room, which I always usually have to do, and it was really nice to have this on hand. So they were so kind to give me a 20% off code for those of you guys that want to get one of these, and I highly recommend getting one just to breastfeed. And it's super easy to put it in your diaper bag and carry along, and like I said, you can even just wear it and then double it as a cover, which was amazing for me. So definitely I will link their website down below with the coupon code, because that's a really great deal. And let me know how it works for you guys if you order one, and let me know which one you choose, because I'm really excited to know about that. And I can also do a video on the stuff that I use to nurse with, like as far as shirts that I use, as far as bras that I use, things like that, because I have found ways to get nursing stuff without really having to go to like stores and spend an arm and a leg on, I guess, official nursing stuff. I can also show you guys how to make a nursing or a pumping bra as well if you guys are interested in that. I found a little way to make a pumping bra that worked out really great for me. So thank you guys so much for watching this breastfeeding tips video. I know that there's a ton more tips out there, and if you guys want to leave one of your favorite tips down below for other moms that are watching, feel free to do that. And if I think of any others, I may do a part 2. But right now I do have my little baby with me, and he's getting a little fussy and he's hungry, so I have to go and feed him right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, leave your tip down below for all of the other breastfeeding moms out there. And if you formula feed or pump, high fives to you as well. Let's all keep our babies happy. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.